Think NBA stars just play ball? Well, think again. These legends didn't just cash in, they built empires. From turning $6 million into $500 million to cruising on $80 million yachts. Find out who tops the list of the richest NBA players ever. Kevin Garnett.
In 1995, our next guest went directly from high school to an all-star career in the NBA, proving once and for all that college is for dummies.
Kevin Garnett, better known as the Big Ticket, is the ultimate baller, both on and off the court. His 21-year NBA career was legendary, but his story goes far beyond basketball. Back in 1997, KG shocked the league with a jaw-dropping $126 million contract, paving the way for future stars. By the early 2000s, he was racking up MVP awards and turning the Timberwolves into serious contenders. And when he joined the Boston Celtics in 2007, boom, he led them to a championship in his very first season.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Talk about impact. But KG's winning streak didn't end there. With $334 million in career earnings and a lifetime Adidas deal, he built a fortune. And thanks to a genius contract with the Celtics, he kept cashing in, earning $5 million annually long after he left the game. And there's his real estate empire. Think luxury condos, mansions with indoor basketball courts, and multi-million-dollar flips. One of his Malibu homes he bought for $6.4 million, sold it for $16 million after a massive upgrade. KG's deal was a pure steal.
Would you ever throw it on the bed and just like roll around in the money? I mean,
I will say I did the Scrooge McDuck. And
you did.
But Grant Hill? Now that was a grand heist. You see, when Grant Hill entered the NBA in 1994, he didn't just sign any rookie contract, he landed an 8-year, $45 million deal. But here's where it gets exciting. Hill's agent, Arn Tellem, took his earnings to the next level. By 2000, Tellem negotiated a massive $93 million deal with the Orlando Magic and lined up endorsements with McDonald's, Sprite, and Fila. The Fila partnership alone was a game changer, an $80 million shoe deal, followed by a lifetime contract in 2018 that still pays Hill a cool $10 million a year. But Grant Hill didn't stop at basketball. Off the court, he became a business powerhouse. Through Hill Ventures, he poured over $200 million into real estate projects in Florida and North Carolina. Then there's the $5 billion Centennial Yards development in Atlanta, where he's a major player. Oh, and did we mention he co-owns the Atlanta Hawks? Hill and Tony Resler bought the team for $800 million in 2015. And today, it's worth $3.3 billion. Add his stake in the NBA's Africa franchise, and Hill's net worth has skyrocketed to $250 million. But Hill's not the only one who turned millions into a mountain of wealth. Just wait until you hear about the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon wasn't just a basketball legend, he's also a real estate powerhouse with a jaw-dropping $300 million in his net worth. While dominating the NBA, Hakeem the Dream was quietly making smart moves off the court, diving into Houston's real estate market, an area he knew like the back of his hand. One of his most brilliant plays, leasing property in the World Trade Center in 1998 and selling it in 2000 for $8 million, just a year before 9/11. Then, in 2000, he snagged the Houston Federal Reserve Building for $4.3 million, leased it back to the Fed, and then later sold it for what we can only assume was a crazy profit. I mean, it's the Fed, come on. Anyway, what makes Hakeem's approach so unique is his faith-driven strategy. As a Muslim, he doesn't take out loans, so every property he buys is paid for up front. No debt, no interest, just pure ownership. It's bold, but it's worked like magic. From parking garages to a 41-acre retirement community near NASA, Hakeem's real estate empire is as impressive as his basketball career. Yet despite his immense wealth, Hakeem stays grounded, living a modest and humble life. The next person on our list, though, well, let's say humility isn't exactly a strong suit. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is an ultimate larger-than-life figure, both on and off the court. Standing at 7'1" and 325 pounds, Shaq dominated the NBA for 19 incredible seasons, earning a jaw-dropping $286 million in salary. But that's just the beginning. With over $200 million from endorsements, Shaq turned his success into a $400 million empire. And let's talk about how he spends it. This man, he don't hold back. You ever heard of a $400,000 treehouse? Well, yeah, Shaq's got one on his Georgia property. Designed by Treehouse Masters legend Pete Nelson, look, this isn't just any treehouse. It's decked out with a 9-foot mahogany door, a bar, a poker table, even a dartboard. And his generosity? Iconic. Every time a new iPhone drops, Shaq buys 50 and gives them away, spending $750,000 on this wild habit over the years. He's also a big yacht guy, with a $1.7 million luxury boat, and a car guy, with custom rides like a $600,000 F-650 truck. Beyond the bling, Shaq's a business mogul, owning burger joints, car washes, gyms, and investing in major brands like Reebok. But what really sets him apart is his heart. From donating $1 million for Hurricane Katrina relief to creating the Shaquille O'Neal Foundation for Kids, Shaq proves he's as big-hearted as he is legendary. He'll forever be remembered as one of basketball's greatest and one of life's biggest personalities. Now, here's a twist. Did you know that one of the wealthiest NBA players ever didn't even make his millions of dollars on the court? Vinnie Johnson. Meet Vinnie Johnson, nicknamed the Microwave because he could heat up and score in a flash for the Detroit Pistons during the iconic Bad Boys era. He helped the team win back-to-back championships in the late 80s, but his real success began after basketball. Here's the kicker. Vinnie only ever made $6 million during his NBA career. Today, he's worth a jaw-dropping $500 million. How? Well, by turning a small idea into a massive business empire. After a failed attempt at construction, Vinnie started a company making packaging supplies for car makers. In 1995, he stumbled on a newspaper interview with GM's VP, Harold Kuttner, talking about supporting local businesses. Vinnie seized the moment, picking up the phone and convincing Kuttner to visit his plant. That one call changed everything. By 1996, his company, the Piston Group, went from $50,000 to $1 million in GM contracts. A decade later, they were raking in $100 million annually. Today, with a net worth of $400 million, Johnson's transformation from NBA champion to business mogul, it's nothing short of inspirational. And wait until you hear about the next person on the list. He took inspiration to an entirely new level. Junior Bridgeman. Drafted by the Lakers in 1975 and then traded to the Bucks, Junior Bridgeman didn't have a flashy NBA career. He earned $4.2 million over 12 seasons. Not superstar money, even back then. But what Bridgeman did off the court is where things get really exciting. While his teammates relaxed during the offseason, Bridgeman was hustling. Literally. He worked at Wendy's to learn how the business ran. Then he started small, buying 3 Wendy's franchises. That small step turned into a massive leap. By 2016, Bridgeman owned over 160 Wendy's and 120 Chili's restaurants, generating $530 million in annual revenue and employing more than 11,000 people. But he wasn't done. Bridgeman expanded into Fazoli's and Blaze Pizza, and in a bold move, sold 116 Chili's locations, netting a cool $300 million. Then, he stepped into the corporate world as CEO of Coca-Cola Heartland. And just when he thought he couldn't get any bigger, he bought Ebony and Jet magazines in 2020 for $14 million, preserving 2 iconic pieces of Black history. Bridgeman turned a solid basketball career into a legendary business empire. Talk about taking the shot and nailing it. But while Bridgeman bought Wendy's, our next guy bought mansions, Lambos, and a seat in history. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant wasn't just a basketball player, he was larger than life. A legend who turned dreams into reality and always left us amazed. On the court, he was unstoppable, with his iconic fadeaway and unrelenting drive earning him the nickname Black Mamba. But his brilliance didn't stop at basketball. It flowed into every corner of his life. Picture this, a locker once used by Kobe sold for a staggering $2.88 million at auction. His Lamborghini Aventador, a jaw-dropping $393,000 machine inspired by the futuristic Reventon. And then was his Bentley Azure Mulliner, a convertible so classy it felt like the car was equivalent of his championship rings. Now let's talk homes. Kobe's Pelican Ridge mansion was a $6.45 million paradise, complete with a home theater, basketball court, even a hair salon. But his $9.5 million Pelican Crest mega mansion, that was the next level. 6 bedrooms and a 2-story sports court. Oh, and he didn't just drive, he flew, literally. Kobe's $3.6 million Airbus AS-355 helicopter was his go-to ride. And when it came to love, he didn't hold back, gifting Vanessa a stunning $4 million purple diamond. Kobe lived big, he dreamed bigger, and left a legacy that no one will ever forget. But here's the kicker. Kobe isn't even the richest guy on the list. Some NBA players are so sharp with their business moves, you start to wonder why they ever picked up a basketball. Case in point, let's talk about Magic Johnson. Known for his dominance on the court in the 80s, Magic earned around $40 million playing for the Lakers, but the real story begins after the final buzzer. In October of 2023, Forbes declared Magic a billionaire, thanks to owning 60% of Equitrust, a life insurance company whose assets had soared from $16 billion to $26 billion since he took charge in 2015. That's not just business savvy, that is genius. Magic's life screams luxury. His car collection features stunners like a $254,000 Bentley Continental and a $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom drop-head coupe, one of only 237 in the world. And his Beverly Park mansion, a sprawling 13,000 square foot estate with everything from a tennis court to a spa. But Magic doesn't just collect cars and houses, he collects winning investments. A $10 million stake in the Lakers, ownership of the Sparks, Dodgers, and LAFC, and partnerships in massive real estate projects have turned him into an empire builder. But just when you thought Magic had really done it, along came the king, LeBron James. When LeBron James isn't wrecking defenses on the basketball court or making guest appearances in movies like Space Jam, he's busy being the ultimate king of life. Seriously, this guy, he doesn't just break records, he shatters them. In July of 2024, LeBron signed a mind-blowing $104 million extension with the Lakers. By 2025, he'll be the first NBA player to ever make $530 million in career earnings. That's insane, right? But LeBron's game, it's not just basketball, it's business. He's got a $10 million car collection with Ferraris and Porsches that you can only dream of. Oh, and that Tiffany blue Patek Philippe, which he rocked at Super Bowl 56, that's worth a casual $6.5 million. Just one watch. And then there are the mansions. His Miami pad comes with a bowling alley, wine cellar, and even a barbershop. Not impressed? Well, try his $54 million LA mansion with an infinity pool, golf simulator, and man cave straight out of a movie. LeBron's life is pure goals. Whether he's dunking on opponents or living large, he proves one thing. Being the king is more than just a title. It's a lifestyle. And just like that, we've reached the top of our list. But trust me, this guy isn't just at the top of the list. He might just be the greatest player to ever play the game. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan isn't just a basketball legend, he's the definition of living large. Air Jordan didn't just dominate the court with his jaw-dropping skills, he turned basketball into his personal stage, raking in $350 million in his NBA career. But that was just his warm-up. Off the court, he built a life so extraordinary, it feels so unreal. Picture this, a $61.5 million private jet customized to look like his iconic Air Jordan 3 sneakers, complete with a $350,000 paint job. Or his $80 million super yacht, Joy, a 230-foot floating palace that costs $800,000 a week to run. And that's just the beginning. His car collection includes showstoppers like a Ferrari 599 GTB Fiorano and a rare Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 edition. And then he's got his own private golf course, Grove 23, designed to his exacting standards. His real estate? Mind-blowing. From a $14.9 million Chicago mansion to a $12.4 million Florida estate, his homes are as legendary as he is. Oh, and remember when he bought the Charlotte Hornets for $175 million? People called it risky. Now, the team's worth over $1.5 billion. With a net worth of $3.5 billion, Jordan proves why he's the GOAT, both on and off the court. Wait, you're telling me that you've watched all of this and you still haven't subscribed? Really? Oh, come on now, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next video.